Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be talking about a fragrance that is perfect for this time of year. Spring, summer, this thing slaps for a fresh air fragrance. It has great longevity, solid projection. This is Whetstone from Amouroud. Let's do this. What is good, YouTube? Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mikey Cologne, and as always, thank you very much for tuning in. What a stunning weekend it has been for the weather. It has been hot, it has been sunny. I bet loads of people had barbecues, drinks. Did you get burnt out in the sun? That is what us English like to do. Have a few drinks, have a barbecue and get your tan on. Now, I'm highlighting Whetstone from Amouroud today. This fragrance, I hardly see nobody talk about this brand even, let alone this fragrance. So if you was to wear this fragrance, you would definitely stand out. This is Parfum Concentration. Let me just show you the bottle. Beautiful bottle. And then you've got the solid, weighty metal cap. And the atomizer on this, look at this, look how much juice that gives out. This is Parfum Concentration, and at the bottom of the bottle it says that it's 70% alcohol. That means that this has 30% of perfume oil in it, so that just tells you that it is highly concentrated. Now, and it does show in the longevity. I'm going to read you the notes and I'm going to get into this fragrance. You've got bergamot, sea salt, lemon cedrat, ginger, cardamom, sage, whetstone accord, ambergris, Alaskan cedar, vetiver oud and patchouli. Now, don't be put off by that word oud. We'll get into it in a minute. How does Whetstone open up? Bright, vibrant, a little bit sweet, zesty, citrusy, very fresh. Now, after a couple of minutes, you get the salty quality straight away. But after a couple of minutes, that ginger really starts to come through, which does give this a little bit of a sharp zing. The cardamom and the ginger supply the spice. After this dries down after a couple of minutes, that is when that salty quality really does shine. You get an aromatic touch. You get green herbal qualities coming from this fragrance because of the sage. At first, the sage isn't noticeable, but after about 4 to 5 minutes, that sage does come through, which just blends in with the citrus, which just blends in with that fresh, salty, aquatic quality. Now, with that Whetstone Accord and the ambergris, they carry that fresh, salty quality all the way through the life of the fragrance. A lot of fragrances that have a salty quality to them, normally they fizzle out. They don't stay for too long. Like, they might be present in the opening, they might work their way down into the mid, but 8 times out of 10, when it goes from mid to dry down, that salty quality dissipates. Not in Whetstone, it stays all the way through. It really does make you think of standing by or standing on the beach by that sea. And you're standing next to rocks and boulders, and there's a little bit of seaweed in where the rocks and boulders are, and then that seawater is smashing against them rocks and you're getting that salty smell coming up to your nose. That is what they've done in this fragrance. And because you've got the citrus, because this has a little bit of a sweet quality to it, it's not off-putting. This does have a woodsy, earthy base to the fragrance. So when it goes from mid to dry down, that citron takes a back seat, but it is still present. That salty quality, it never goes too much. Like, as this gets into the mid, that is when that salty quality or the salty side to this fragrance is at its most potent, so to speak. But it's not potent, but it's at its most strongest. And then when it goes from mid to dry down, it just stays the same. A little bit of citrus, woodsy, earthy tones come through. That green herbal quality lingers in the back of the fragrance. This does have musky edges. It is a well done, superb, high quality fragrance. Again, that I hear nobody talking about. If you like your fresh aquatic style fragrances, you are going to fall head over heels with Whetstone. Retail, I think it's $225, but obviously we're in the UK. So I think you can find it for £185. But if you look at discounters, like there's a website called C Sense. They normally stock Amouroud and they do quite a lot of sales. I will leave a couple of links down in the description to where I picked this up from and where you can pick this up from, and hopefully at a discounter. You're going to get 8 hours of longevity. It pushes very well for the first hour and a half. Like if you do 4 to 5 sprays, this gives you a big scent bubble. And when the heat hits this, it just pushes it even more. And I tell you what does happen when it is on a hotter day. That sage, that aromatic herbal quality amps up. On a cooler day, it sort of just, I would say, it lays in the back. But when the heat hits my skin, when I wear this fragrance, that really does jump out along with that ginger. It really does bring in like this crisp, sharp twang to the fragrance. Now, the oud, I do not get any. I really don't. This does have a woodsy base, so I reckon the oud is helping out on that side of things. But I don't get no oud in this fragrance whatsoever. Maybe it's just my nose and I cannot pick it up, but I don't get any of that oud. So that's why I said, don't worry about the oud, because I don't get any. But this is a solid fragrance. The way it comes across, the way it smells, you can tell it's of very high quality. 8 hours longevity, said the projection. Now, where to wear this? This is a versatile fragrance. You can wear this to the office. If you're going to wear this indoors, just put on a couple of sprays. For one thing, the atomizers are beastly and they do give out a lot of juice. So a couple of sprays indoors. If you're having a beach day, if you're on holiday and you're going to be lounging by the pool, do 4 to 5 sprays, then everybody will get a whiff of you. But anyway, that is Amouroud's Whetstone. Stunner. Get yourself a sample and see what you think. Right, ladies and gentlemen, which fragrance have you tried from Amouroud? Which fragrance do you own from this brand? Have you tried any from this brand? Are you interested? If you enjoy vetiver fragrances, they do a fragrance called Lunar Vetiver. That is one of the best vetiver fragrances that I have got my nose on. It really is. I wouldn't say the best, but one of the best. Anyway, remember, smelling good's always a pleasure and never a chore. I appreciate everybody's support. I hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.